What is your best advice for a dad who's wanting to level up in 2025 this year, the rest of this year and beyond?
Get a plan. I wish it was more complicated.
Yeah.
Um, now, if you were to look at me, uh, I will all my years in athletics as a college athlete, as a somebody who's involved with this, I doubt that there's very many more people who know about nutrition and know about the biomechanics of physiology, of muscle building, of recovery, cardio. But if you were to look at me, you'd be like, "Oh, that dude doesn't apply it very well." Right? And most of us are kind of like that. Just because you have the information, until you begin to actually have a plan and a strategy and implement it over the long term, it's not going to produce any results. All the information I have about diet and working out, um, unless I apply it, doesn't do any good, right?
Right.
It's applying what you know that makes the difference. And I think just have to start with a men just have to start with a plan. And so Dad Academy helps you with a plan, but the best planner you have is a calendar.
Yeah.
You got birthdays on there already. You have significant like graduations or significant moments that, and you can start right there, like saying, how am I going to show up? How am I going to make a contribution to these events that makes it memorable in my kids' lives? Guys, get a plan. It can start simple. Dad Academy is specifically structured to help you do that. The whole eighth chapter of Dad Academy, this used to be the exercises that I would take businesses through as I would consult them and try to help them get back on path of accomplishing their mission. And I was like, no, this is what guys need.
Yeah.
And so we kind of modified this whole process for them to be able to simply and easily, because guys we don't want to do stuff that takes a lot of work. But if you'll put just a little bit of effort into it, because you're going to need a new plan every year and every new stage that your kids go through. What you used to do for them at 8 does not work at 12, right?
Yeah.
And so having a plan, having confidence that you can do this, and the second step is having a plan.
Yeah. I mean, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is different in fifth grade than it was in third grade. So
Yes,
you can just
sir.
go down to that minutia. Last question. You talk about the ending is always important. I ask this question, Jeff, of everybody that I have the honor of speaking with, and I call it my diamond advice question. So hypothetically, you've got your two kiddos, your son, your daughter. They're obviously out of the house already. They're doing great things. You've given them all the lessons and more, of course, than what you've given me and the fellow dads watching today. But they've forgotten it all, Jeff. Every single advice, every single guidance that you've given them, they've forgotten, except for one piece of diamond advice. What is it you want your kids to take with them?
I wish it was profound, but I have to orient my life around what Jesus says is the greatest commandment: to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. We don't love our neighbors as ourselves because we often ourselves struggle with feeling loved and feeling seen and feeling valued, especially as men. So we have to settle that issue with God, and we have to allow Him, as we mentioned earlier in the podcast, to be integrated into every area of our life. If we can begin to do that, we'll start to see that the other areas of our lives will kind of fall in line. And our life will be rewarding as we hope that it will be.
Jeff Hamilton, you're a guiding light. Thank you for your wisdom today. It's been an honor.
Bro, this has been amazing. I hope your audience will share not just this podcast, but all the other ones that have been on. This is so rich, and I think if anybody is willing to invest an hour and 10 minutes into listening to this, maybe on a long car ride or a commute, I want them to be encouraged, and thank you for taking up this particular crusade. There's not enough of us doing this, and no matter how many people we see that might be in this dad space, I will tell you what, we're still not reaching 10-20% of the dads who are around. Thank you for being a voice, and thank you for creating this kind of platform. And if there's anything else I can do for you and for the audience, man, my email is right there at Dad Academy. Love to be encouragement resource to y'all.